Are at Callan for Kids, Stage 4, page 274. Stage 4, 274. And our last headword was the best newer type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready? Okay, here we go. Of all the children, who's the
Seven.
nearest to Max? Okay, let's open this. So, of all the children, who's the nearest to Max? Of all the children, Sophie, the nearest to Max.
Of all the children, Sophie,
The nearest to
the
Max, very good.
nearest to Mac,
Very good. In this room, who's sitting the furthest from you?
the
In this
nearest to
room, who's sitting the furthest from you? In this room, you're sitting the furthest from me.
in this room. You're sitting. The furthest to me.
Very good. What's the plural of leave? Okay. What's the plural of leave? What's the plural of leave? The plural of leave
The plural
is
of leaf
leaves.
is leaves.
When do leaves start to fall from the trees? In spring, in summer, in autumn, or in winter? When do leaves start to fall from the trees? In spring, in summer, in autumn, or in winter? Leaves start to
Leaf.
fall from
Start.
trees.
Complete.
Well, leaves start
Leaves
to fall
start to fall
from trees in
from
autumn.
trees in autumn.
Very good. Okay. Why is it dangerous to climb a tree? Why is it dangerous to climb a tree? It's dangerous to
It's
climb
dangerous
a
to
tree
climb a tree
because we can fall
because we can
out
fall
of a tree.
out of the tree.
Very good. Do you think you go to bed early or late? Do you think you go to bed early or late? I think I
I
go
think
to bed
I go to bed
early or late.
earlier.
Early. Very good. Do you get up late at the weekend? Do you get up late at the weekend? Yes or no?
Yes.
I get up late
Get
at the
I get up.
weekend.
Hmm?
I get up
I
late
I get up late
at the weekend.
at the weekend.
Very good. Do I come into the classroom earlier than you? Do I come into the classroom earlier than you? No, you don't
No,
come
you
into
don't
the
come
classroom
into the
earlier than me.
earlier than me.
You come into the
You come
classroom
into the classroom
later than me.
later than me.
Very good. Who gets up the earliest in your family? Who gets up the earliest in your family? My
My
mother.
my father.
Father gets up the
My
earliest.
my father get up
The earliest
the
in my
earliest
family.
in my family.
And who gets up the latest in your family? Who gets up the latest in your family? My
My
or you?
my brother
My brother gets up the latest.
brother get up
Mama,
the
my
latest.
brother gets
My
up
brother
the
get up
latest
the
in my
latest
family.
in my family.
Very good. Is it light during the night? Is it light during the night? No, it isn't
No,
light
it isn't right
during the night.
during the night.
It's dark.
It's dark.
Very good. Do you think most children are afraid of the dark? Do you think most children are afraid of the dark? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think most
I
children
think all the children
are afraid of the dark.
are afraid, hmm?
Are afraid of the
Afraid
dark.
of the dark.
Very good. Name an animal that can see well in the dark. Name an animal that can see well in the dark. Cats can
Cat,
see well.
hmm?
Cats
Can
can see
cat
well
can feel well
in the dark.
in the dark.
Very good. Do you live in the countryside? Do you live in the countryside? Yes or no?
Yes,
I live in
I
the
live
countryside.
in
In the countryside.
the countryside.
Are there any fields near this school? Are there any fields near this school? Yes or no?
Yes,
There are.
There
Some
are.
fields, some fields
Can feel
near this school.
near the school.
Where is in England? Are there lots of rabbits in the countryside? In England, are there lots of rabbits in the countryside? Yes. In
Yes,
England, there are.
there are.
Yes. In
Yes,
England,
in England,
there are lots
there
of
are lots
rabbits in the
of rabbits
countryside.
in the countryside.
Very good. Guess what size shoes I wear? Get what size shoes I wear? I think you wear
I think you wear
size
size
9.5 shoes.
9 and
A half
9
shoes.
a half shoes.
Very good. Are cats the same size as lions? Are cats the same size as lions? No. Cats
No,
aren't the same
on the same
size as lions.
size
As
as
lions,
the lions.
they are smaller
They are smaller
than lions.
than lions.
Are my clothes the right size for you? Are my clothes the right size for you? No. Your
No,
clothes
they
aren't the right
are
size
the right side.
for me.
For me,
They're too big for me.
they're too hmm?
They're
they're
too big for me.
too big for me.
Very good. What's a
And
millionaire? What's a millionaire? A millionaire
a
is a
millionaire
person
is a person.
who has lots of money.
A,
A millionaire
a millionaire
is a person
is a person
who has
who has
lots of money.
lots of money,
£1 million
pounds
or more.
or more.
Do you think you'll be a millionaire in the future? Do you think you'll be a millionaire in the future? Yes, I think
Yes, I think
I'll be a
I'll
millionaire
be a millionaire
in the future.
in the future.
Greg, do you think Bill Gates is a millionaire? Do you think Bill Gates is a millionaire? Yes, I think
Yes, I
Bill
think
Gates
Bill
is a
Gates
millionaire.
is a millionaire.
Very good. Okay. Is the dog better at climbing than the cat? Is the dog better at
The
climbing than the
dog,
cat?
mhm.
No, the dog
No, the dog
isn't better
isn't
at
better
climbing
at climbing
than the cat.
than the cat.
It's worse at climbing
It's worse at climbing
than the cat.
than the cat.
Are sharks better at swimming than people? Are sharks better at swimming than people? Yes,
Yes,
sharks are
sharks
better
are
at
better
swimming
at swimming
than people.
than people.
Wait, do you think Mac's clothes are better than Sophie's clothes? Do you think Mac's clothes are better than Sophie's clothes? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think Mac's
I think
clothes
that
clothes
crows
are better than
are better than
Sophie's clothes.
Sophie's crows.
Wait, do you speak English better than your brother? Do you speak English better than your brother? Yes or no?
Yes,
I speak English
I speak English
better than my brother.
better than my brother.
Very good. Okay, next. Of these three animals, which is the best at climbing? Of these three animals, which is the best at climbing? Of those
Of those
three animals,
three animals,
the monkey
the monkey
is the best
is the best
at climbing.
at climbing.
Very good. And which is the worst? Which is the worst? The dog
The dog
is the worst.
is the worst.
Reggie, which is the best day of the week for you? Which is the best day of the week for you? The best day
The best day
of the week
of the week
for me
for me
is
is
what? Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, one
oh
more. Monday
Monday
is the best day
is the best day
of the week for me.
of the week for me.
Very good. What's your best subject at school? What's your best subject at school? My best subject
My best subject
at
social
school
studies. at
is
school
social studies.
is social studies.
What's your worst subject at school? What's your worst subject at school? Worst, like you don't like.
Was
Uh-huh. You like not
what?
no? There's no subject.
There's no subject.
One more. I have no
I have no
worst subject
worst subject
at school.
at school.
Very good. It means you like all subjects. So very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Let's have new work. Okay, very good.
No,
So repeat. Noisy,
noisy,
quiet.
quiet.
Very good. Okay, listen. It isn't noisy in the countryside. It's quiet. A motorbike's engine isn't quiet. It's
Hmm,
noisy. Let's
it's
practice.
noisy.
Is it noisy in the countryside? Is it noisy in the countryside? No, it isn't
No,
noisy
it isn't
in
noisy.
the countryside.
In a countryside,
It's quiet.
it's quiet.
Is a motorbike engine quiet? Is a motorbike engine quiet? No, a
No,
motorbike engine
a motorbike engine.
isn't quiet.
It's quiet.
Isn't quiet.
Isn't quiet.
It's noisy.
It's noisy.
Reggie, do you think children are noisier than adults? Do you think children are noisier than adults? Yes or no?
Yes,
I think children
I think children
are noisier
are noisier
than adults.
than adults.
Reggie, who's the quietest person in your family? Who's the quietest person in your family? My brother
My my brother
is the quietest
is a quiet
person in my
person
family.
in my family.
Very good. Next, repeat race.
Race.
Very good. Okay, listen. People don't feel sad when they win a race. They feel happy. It isn't safe to race bicycles in the street. It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Let's practice. Do people feel sad when they win a race? Do people feel sad when they win a race? No. People
No,
don't feel
people
sad
don't feel sad
when they win a race.
when they race.
When they win
When they win
a race,
a
they
race,
feel happy.
I feel happy.
Regan, is it safe to race bicycles in the street? Is it safe to race bicycles in the street? No, it isn't
No,
safe
it isn't safe
to race bicycles
to race bicycle
in the street.
in the street.
It's dangerous.
It's dangerous.
Very good. Okay, next repeat hospital.
Hmm? It's
Hospital.
hospital.
Nurse.
Nurse.
We're gonna kill it. Doctors and nurses look after people when they're in hospital. Let's practice. Who looks after people when they're in hospital? Who looks after people when they're in hospital? Doctors and
The doctor
nurses
and nurses
look after people
look after people
when they're
when they're
in hospital.
in hospital.
Very good. When can sick people in hospital go home again? When can sick people in hospital go home again? Sick people in
Sick people
hospital
in
can
hospital
go home again
can go home again
when the doctor and
when
nurses
the doctor
and nurses
and nurses
think they're better.
think they're better.
Very good. Next, repeat rugby,
Rugby,
golf.
go.
Very good. Okay, listen. Rugby players aren't generally small and weak. They're generally big and strong. We can't play golf inside. We play it outside. Let's practice. Name six sports we must have a ball. Name six sports we must have a ball, please. Six sports
6 balls
we must have
we must
a
have
ball for
a ball
are
for
rugby,
are
golf, rugby,
golf, rugby,
football,
football,
tennis,
tennis,
basketball,
basketball,
and table tennis.
and table tennis.
Can we play golf inside? Can we play golf inside? No, we can't
No,
play golf
we can.
We can't play
We can't praise
golf inside.
golf inside.
We play it
We
outside.
play outside.
Are rugby players generally small and weak? Are rugby players generally small and weak? No. Rugby
No,
players
rugby player
aren't generally
are generally
small and weak.
small and weak.
They're generally
They generally
big and strong.
we can strong
Very good. Thanks. Repeat. Every.
every
At the same time.
at the same time.
Very. At the same time.
At the same time.
Very good. Okay, listen. The word every is like the word all, but it is singular. We say all the chairs are red, but we say every chair is red.
Hmm.
Another example is I get up at the same time every morning. Okay, let's practice. Is every teacher in your school an adult? Is every teacher in your school an adult? Yes, every
Yes,
teacher
every teacher
in my school
in my school
is an adult.
is an adult.
Very good. Do you get up at the same time every morning? Do you get up at the same time every morning? Yes or no?
Yes,
I get up
I get
at
up
the same time
at the same time
every morning.
every morning.
Very good. Is every program on TV funny? Is every program on TV funny? No, not
No,
every program
not every program
on TV
on
is
TV
funny.
is funny.
Some are funny
Some are funny
and some are not.
and some are nice.
Very good. Will the sun shine every day next year? Will the sun shine every day next year? No, the sun
No, the
won't
sun
shine
won't shine
every day next year.
every day next year.
Do we say every pupil is clever or every pupils are clever? Do we say every pupil is clever or every pupils are clever? We say
We say
every pupil
every pupil
is clever.
is clever
Why? Why? Because the word every
because word every
is singular.
is singular.
Very good. Next repeat island.
Iron,
Very good. Okay, listen. An island is a piece of land with water all around it. Piece of land with water all around it. Let's practice. What's an island? What's an island? An island
an
is
iron,
a
iron
piece of
is a
land
piece of
with
land
water all
with
around it.
water all around it.
Which do you think is worst place to live? An island in the middle of the sea or at the top of a high mountain? Which do you think is worst place to live? An island in the middle of the sea or the top of a high mountain? I think
I
it's
think
worse to live
it was to live
where island or mountain.
in a, a reef
In an island
in an
in
island
the middle of the sea.
in
In the
uh,
middle
in the middle
of the sea
of the sea
than the top
to the top
of a high mountain.
of a high
Mountain.
mountain.
Very good. Next, repeat cold.
Cold,
Catch a cold.
catch a cold,
Sneeze.
sneeze,
Tissue.
tissue,
Handkerchief.
handkerchief.
Very good. Okay, listen. I'm sneezing. People sneeze a lot when they catch a cold. We carry tissue or a handkerchief in our pockets when we have a cold. Okay, so what am I doing? What am I doing? You're
You're
sneezing.
sneezing.
Very good. What do people sneeze? When do people sneeze a lot? When do people sneeze a lot? People sneeze
People
a lot
sneeze a lot
when they catch
when
a cold.
they catch a cold.
Why, when people catch a cold, do they feel well? When people catch a cold, do they feel well? No. When
Now,
people
when
catch
people
a cold,
catch a cold,
they don't feel
they
well.
don't feel well.
They feel ill.
They feel
Ill.
ill.
Very good. What do we carry in our pockets when we have a cold? What do we carry in our pockets when we have a cold? We carry
We
tissues,
carry mm,
tissues,
tissue
or a handkerchief
or a handkerchief
in our pocket
in our pocket
when we have a cold.
when we have a cold.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Just a moment, please.
okay, go ahead.